Hello and welcome to another update on Solana. I actually want to start here on the larger time frame for Solana because it does indicate where the journey should take us here. You might remember here on this chart that we are tracking a bullish scenario for Solana still. Even though, and I'm fully aware of it, we are moving in a so-called ascending wedge pattern. These often lead to a breakout to the downside. So we have to, of course, be prepared for it. But for now, I'm watching for higher prices, especially as long as our micro support levels are holding, which they do at the moment, okay? They are holding at the moment. So the focus remains on higher prices for Solana and others that are moving currently above support levels. But Solana obviously seems like one of the daily winners here, or one of today's winners. We're now approaching this upper boundary line of this, you could say, trend channel wedge pattern, which is currently coming in at around $214. And surely we could, we could, break out to the downside here. Then we have to consider that one of these wave twos is resetting. But for now, as long as all the micro support levels are holding, the focus can still be on higher prices. So I remain focused on higher prices for Solana, especially here. And again, I'm going to remove the yellow count again. That was more like yesterday. I showed it, I think, in one video. That look, this would be an alternative. If we break down, then please be ready for a deeper wave two. Just to show, okay, it's not all bearish should we break below the lower boundary line, but we're not even breaking below support levels at the moment. So let's remove that for now. This here would be the thesis here that we've been talking about over the last few days and weeks. Wave A to the upside, wave B to the downside, and then 1, 2 could now be in a third wave. Then there could be a wave 4 and a wave 5. So we're approaching now this upper boundary line there of this trend channel or wedge pattern. It's of course difficult to track because while this initial move up is a 5-wave move from the April low, the move up afterwards here from the June low looks more like a 3-wave move up. So it's not very clear. Also, this move up from the August low seems more like a... So the June low, move up 3 waves, and the move up from the August low also 3 waves. And so, but we're printing higher highs, higher lows. Now, I wouldn't get too euphoric about it until we finally get a breakout above this range. It's, quite messy. But there is a chance that we're indeed working on this C wave to the upside, and you will see the microstructures on the smaller time frame. Yeah. Now let's take a look at the smaller time frame then for Solana, and here you can see this this idea that in August potentially we formed that wave 2 low after a low formed in June there in wave B. So we have a 1-2 setup which bottomed in August. And then another A-B structure where the B wave might have bottomed already. I mean, to be honest, anything goes with this structure to the upside. It's not very clear. There isn't much microstructure in there. But we're basically tracking here the 2 bullish scenarios, which should lead to the same outcome anyway. So in the white wave count, we are likely here somehow working still on this B wave pullback. That would come into focus if we break below micro support, which I've already updated a couple of times today on Discord. So if we now break below upper micro support, it would likely take us back into this support zone. So all I want to share here, this support zone is still relevant. Yeah, it's between $180 and $166, and it's been on the chart for around about a couple of weeks. Yeah. Now, the more directly aggressively bullish scenario leads to the same outcome. In this scenario, the B wave already bottomed on the 20th of August or 19th of August, actually. Yeah. And we have started a rally, but the rally would be a diagonal pattern because this here is a crystal clear 3-wave move up. This here was possibly a 3-wave move down, not very clean. The move up could also be a 3-wave move up in that case. So I'm tracking the potential of a B wave pullback. That would, the support zone, there is no pullback right now, but the support zone that would then get tested in that case, the first one, is this one. Naturally a weak support zone because we're dealing with an ABC structure. But as long as we're holding above it, above the $190.46 level, the focus could be on higher prices and we move higher accordingly. Whether it's the white count or the orange count, it actually should lead to the same result. I can give you a target for this internal C wave once we have a low in place for the wave B, but we can already use the structure that we have in place assuming Orange Wave 2 bottomed, to give you a target for Orange Wave 3. And that would be the 138% extension. The label is already there, around $242. So that's what I'm tracking here for Orange Wave 3. Important is now that the focus now needs to be on this $214 level, next resistance, and on the support area. So all eyes on the micro support zone between $190, and $199.94. But this support zone will be adjusted with the price as we still climb higher. That's the update on Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional updates, chart updates, videos, and much more. You can find the link in the video description and in the comment section. So check it out. I'll be there after this video as well. If you have any questions, feel free to come over here. I try to answer as many as possible. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.